frustrating aspects of trying to quit any addiction, especially pornography, is the relapse. Everyone wants to win, to beat it, to be strong, to get to a certain marker, whether it's a week, 30 days, 90 days, or forever. All right? The reality is that relapses do happen. Anyone who tells you that there's a way to quit porn in which there's no chance of a slip or a relapse is either lying or has never truly been addicted to pornography. If you have slipped or relapsed so many times that you think it's inevitable, please don't lose hope. I tried and failed for over 11 years. I don't even have extraordinary willpower. In fact, I consider myself extremely weak-willed. But there are certain behaviors you have that, if not addressed before day one, will sabotage all your efforts. The first is social isolation. The next is emotional issues, lack of preparation, lack of self-discipline, and problematic relationships. Social isolation. If your social circle consists of your guild on World of Warcraft, you're putting yourself at a high risk of relapse. Similarly, if you have a small social circle that you're not close to or lack a significant other, you're in a prime position for a relapse. The reason for this is that one of the most common triggers for viewing pornography is being alone for prolonged periods of time. If you're alone, you don't really have many excuses to stay away from porn. Having an active social life or a supportive relationship keeps you busy and occupied. Emotional issues. Continuously watching porn leads to various emotional issues of varying intensity. You may be hiding your addiction from a spouse or partner, which leads to feelings of guilt and shame. Or your porn addiction may have led you to commit acts that are inconsistent with your self-image or sexual identity. All these feelings are connected to low self-worth and negativity, which in turn leads you to more pornography. Lack of preparation. What have you done to prepare yourself to quit pornography? That's a serious question. Now, apart from watching these videos, what else have you done? What online resources have you consulted? How will you stay accountable? How will you with withdrawal? Let me assure you that having a limited source of information to battle your addiction will leave you unprepared or will open you up to various avenues for a relapse or a slip. You must be mentally prepared to deal with the emotions, withdrawal, easy access to pornography, and various unseen circumstances that could come out to sabotage you. Lack of self-discipline. Self-discipline is required to last even 7 days without pornography or masturbation. If you have a habit of quitting most endeavors early, then a relapse or slip is in order. Self-discipline with regards to quitting porn involves committing to a certain time frame with absolutely no excuses. No rationalizing that after 2 weeks you're cured, no losing your job and coming back to porn, no striking out at the bar and coming back to watch pornography. Absolutely no excuses. Self-discipline is best cultivated by focusing on one problematic area at a time. If you feel self-discipline is your biggest problem, then I suggest you use the time frame you've given yourself as your first challenge to reclaiming your undisciplined life. Pornography addiction, as stated earlier, is usually the epicenter of problems in an addict's life. Lack of self-discipline will always keep you down. It will over time destroy your sense of self, and when addictions are involved, it could actually jeopardize your life. Problematic relationships. If you're married or you're in a relationship, constant conflicts can lead to a relapse, especially if you don't know how to resolve conflict the proper way. A lot of men in relationships find themselves viewing porn shortly after a fight with their partner as a means of relieving the tension brought about by the conflict. Constant fighting can sabotage your consistency if you don't develop a means of dealing with conflicts within your relationship. Lack of consistency quickly spirals into a relapse. The solution is to proactively work on resolving conflict. Conflict and fighting in a relationship does not have to be this vicious cycle. All right, so here are a few tips that I suggest you implement. Spend more time being positive with those that you're close to, like positive words, praise, compliments, and you'd be surprised at how much criticism and negativity is just thrown around in relationships. Avoid people who already have a lot of baggage and negativity in their life. If their lives are disorganized and unhappy, chances are you can't fix it, and it's best to avoid getting in serious relationships with such people. Always look for a way to resolve conflict first without raising your voice or arguing. First off, if you're a man, you never win arguments with women, ever. Decide with your partner to sit down and talk things out without trying to hurt each other. If conflict has been a staple in your relationship, this probably won't be easy, but persist and it will go a long way in easing conflict. Calm down, all right, and think before you open your mouth to speak. Sometimes the best way to take care of a conflict is not to say too much at all.